Alright guys, here we are, break 200. A big thank you to everyone for getting us here. Who we got? That drone guy. And yep. Damn, wish I had made the cut. Sorry mate. Evening Jared, thanks. No worries. Anything with a randomizer lately, mate, you've managed to scrape your way in. So we were waiting on one of the breakers, which most of you already know, to get back to us. I've tried to call him twice with no response, which in the comment that I just posted, as I said, it's a bit unfortunate because I'm pretty sure he would have said yes, but we just weren't able to get hold of him. So our team list ended up being Broncos, Alex Morris, Raiders, Gareth Lawson, Bulldogs, Ray Steptoe, Sharks, Adam Flint, Titans, Jesse Andrews, Manly, Hayden Murray, Storm, Ben Chaplin, Knights, Paul Calendruccio, Cowboys, Kerry Harvey, Eels, Ben Trim, Panthers, Brendan McFadden, Rabbitohs, Terry Lynch, Dragons, Andy Lipton, Andy Lipton, Roosters, DK, Warriors, Mark Whiting, and Tigers, Matthew Madden. Alright, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter which team you have today. We've got 4 priority boxes from 4 different series, plus the 22 Elite case. I'm pretty sure everyone should do half decent. Yeah, look, either at work or on the road, or phone may have died. I have no idea. As I said, I am pretty sure he would have said yes. Dad's just about to walk in. Before I cut anything, I'm going to ask him what he thinks. Because I would like to obviously give as many people their team as possible. And that's 5. We already know a few people have managed to score their team. I need your attention for a sec, Dad. Terry Lynch. Yep. I've tried to call him twice. What? Tried to call him twice. He's probably at work or on the road. Phone dead, don't know. But he's one of 5 people, or there's 4 other people that want to do a trade. He's the 5th in the trade. He gets Sharks. And the other guys obviously get their teams or close to it. I can't get hold of him, so no go.
You can't get hold of him, well,
yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I'm already live. Just can't do it. I'm sure everyone understands, but yep, let's go. Just making sure you agree. That's
I understand everyone else would like to do it,
but yeah. All right. So we have our 4 priority boxes. We are going to leave them till last. Push them off to the side. Let's find out. First off, our case card. First hit, number 14. Well, that's it. Anyone that gets any big hits, you're always welcome to contact them and ask them to trade for something before they leave. Andy Lipton, number 14, Tarek Sims and the Dragons. Congratulations. Nice way to start the break. Alright, so we haven't had to do this for a while. I haven't had a full case. Let's get these out of the way. And I can get rid of the big box, and that's one less thing on the table as we go forward. I even made extra room on my table before I started, just to make sure we didn't get cluttered up. Alright. As always, guys, thanks for being patient. Here we go. Can't wait. Bring on the Sharkies. Well, that's it, guys. It might work out for the best for most of you. Sticking with the teams you've got. It's normally the way. People trade teams and the team goes off. First packet. Break 200. Let's go. Stafford Tower, Speed Series for the Tigers. So I am a bit further away from the camera today as well, once again, just to make sure I've got a bit more room. Got a fair bit to open tonight. Black Young Gun, Tallulah Tillett for the Knights, number 13. Come on, Jeff Surges. First Ruby, number 35 for the Cowboys, Jason Taumalolo. I think a lot of people find that, Alan. They trade for their team, so they're cheering. Then their team goes done, and the team they traded for goes off. Tamika Upton, Indigenous All-Stars. Brian Kelly, parallel for the Titans. Break 201, guys. Just on that note, I think there's another spot, or a couple of spots sold, but last I checked there were 9 spots sold, possibly 10. Black Diamond didn't come out in 199, so we have the remainder of that case. Caitlin Johnston, Indigenous All-Stars. James Tamo, parallel for the Tigers. So guaranteed a BD. One break spot for my team and missed out, yeah. Julie Robinson, Speed Series for the Broncos. Women's NRL, Karina Brown for the Titans. Luke Thompson, parallel for the Bulldogs. White Young Gun, Isaac Tago for the Panthers. Roosters parallel checklist. Brendan Smith beating. God. Kangaroos in the Master Series. Lachlan Croker, parallel for Manly. Captains, number 83, Ben Trim for the Eels. King Gutho and Paulo. Toby Rudolph, parallel for the Sharks. Bridie Parker, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Chad Townsend, parallel for the Cowboys. James Fisher-Harris, Maori All-Stars. Daniel Tupou, Speed Series for the Roosters. Nick Kotrick, parallel for the Raiders. Sapphire Mojo, number 3, not a slow one. For the Rados, Terry Lynch. Matt Burton, Speed Series for the Bulldogs. Dally M, Sam Walker for the Roosters. Dylan Brown, parallel for the Eels. Nathan Cleary, Dally M for the Panthers. Moses Mbai, parallel for the Dragons. Maddie Studden, Women's NRL for the Eels. Reece Welsh, Speed Series for the Warriors. Panthers Parallel Checklist. Rachel Pearson, Women's NRL for the Dragons. 2 packets left for the first box. Speed Series, Charlie Staines, Penrith. Maori All-Stars, Chanel Harris-Tavita. Jai Arrow, parallel for the Rabbits. Oh well, first box down. Let's go. Well, we have a patch, number 9, Kenny Bromwich for the Storm, Ben Chaplin. Karina Brown, Speed Series for the Titans. Jadriera Hargraves, parallel for the Roosters. Cody Nikorima, Maori All-Stars. Emerald, number 2, William Kennedy for the Sharks, Adam Flint. Kenny Bromwich, parallel for the Storm. LC Albert, women's NRL for the Dragons. Kennedy Sherrington, women's NRL for the Eels. Dale Finucane, parallel for the Sharks. Dally M, James Tedesco for the Roosters. Warriors parallel checklist. Not a bad start for most teams so far, especially considering we're only 2 boxes in. Like Blake Taft, Speed Series for the Rabbits. We've got the full case, which I like. Kangaroos Master Series. Dane Gagai, parallel for the Knights. So we may have to take a few minutes at the end to work out what randomizers we have to do as well, guys. With a few different series here. Brian Totter, Speed Series for the Panthers. Damien Cook, parallel for the Rabbits. Didn't actually think about that one when we wrote it up, to be honest. But basically, yeah, we'll just follow any rules. For instance, there's 21 Elite there, so we'll follow any rules we had for 21 Elite. Quincy Dodd, Indigenous All-Stars. Hey, this team's definitely got a decent start going. Number 37, League Sensation Black, Harry Grant. What did you miss? Probably not a lot. Sharks Emerald. Patch for the Storm. Ruby Mojo, number 23, Ewan Aiken for the Warriors. Women's NRL, Jessica Surgis for the Roosters. Oliver Gildart, parallel for the Tigers. Rocco Berry, Speed Series for the Warriors. John Ravener, Maori All-Stars. Selwyn Cobbo, Indigenous All-Stars. Corey Thompson, parallel for the Titans. Haddo Carr, Speed Series for the Bulldogs. Mikar Ravalawa, parallel for the Dragons. Selwyn Cobbo, Speed Series for the Broncos. Bulldogs parallel checklist. Grace Griffin, Women's NRL for the Titans. White Young Guns, Jake Simpkin for the Tigers. Jake Trbojevic, parallel for Manly. Dally M, Tommy Turbo for Manly. Parallel, Kurt Capewell for Broncos. Alright, second box done and dusted. Just give me a sec, guys. All good, guys. Sorry. Let's get this box number 3 open. So far, yeah. I know you're cheering, Ben, but all in all, it's been a good start. Hopefully it can continue and we can continue to share the hits between the other teams. There we go. Another team hit. Dane Laurie, Sapphire Mojo for the Tigers. Number 7. Nico Hines, Indigenous All-Stars. Stefano Utikamanu, parallel for the Tigers. Greg Marzu, Speed Series for the Titans. You also got the patch as well, Ben. Ben Hunt, parallel for the Dragons. They'll be cheering about that. James Tedesco, Speed Series for the Roosters. Isabel Kelly, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Matt Burton, parallel for the Bulldogs. White Young Guns, Tegan Berry for the Dragons. Sharks, parallel checklist. Speed Series, Shanae Siasolka for the Broncos. Master Series in the Blues. Don't forget, we'll get a full set of Master Series commons out of the case. Corbin Baxter, Maori All-Stars. Thomas Burgess, parallel for the Rabbits. Yellow Diamond Mojo. Broncos checklist, number 49. Halfway through, box number 3. Women's NRL, Jemima Torfa for the Eels. David Fafita, parallel for the Titans. Speed Series, Jamie Chapman. Oh, for the Dragons. Don't start that this early, God. Women's NRL, Caitlin Vaha Akolo for the Knights. Cohen Hess, parallel for the Cowboys. Morgan Harper, Maori All-Stars. Anari Tuala, Speed Series for the Knights. Joey Tapine, parallel for the Raiders. Dally M, Isaiah Yo for the Panthers. James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters. Women's NRL, Tamika Upton for the Broncos. I was sure she was a Bronco. Junior Paulo, parallel for the Eels. No numbered hits for the Roosters yet. Ruby Mojo, number 38. Cody Walker for the Rats. Brent Naden, Indigenous All-Stars. Kieran Foran, parallel for Manly. 3 packets left for box number 3. Tiana Penatani, Speed Series for the Eels. Stephen Crichton, parallel for Panthers. Oh. Second captain's card for the case, number 21. Big Tino for the Titans. Dally M, Ruben Garrick for Manly. Alright, give me a sec. There we go. We'll get this out of the way. Let's go into box 4. Kevin Proctor, Maori All-Stars. Manly Parallel Checklist. Till Vet Welsh Speed Series for the Eels. Jazz Tavega, Maori All-Stars. Angus Crichton, parallel for the Roosters. Speed Series, Xavier Savage for the Raiders. Addo Carr, parallel for the Bulldogs. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for Storm. Amber Hall, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Emerald, number 3. Thomas Burgess for the Rabbitohs. That's what I lost my team list. There it is. Dalian Valami kick out for the Panthers. And Chanel Harris Tavita parallel for the Warriors. Speed Series Jesse Ramian for the Sharks. Justin Olam, Dalian for the Storm. William Kennedy, parallel for the Sharks. Panthers Master Series. Mitchell Barnett, parallel for the Knights. Lachlan Croker, a Ruby Mojo, number 9, jersey number for Manly. Nice, Hayden Murray. Jamie Chapman, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Sure, Caitlin Johnson's Knights. Bradman Best, Speed Series for the Knights. Latrell Mitchell, parallel for the Rabbits. White Young Guns, Jackson Paulo for the Rabbitohs. And AJ Brimson, parallel for the Titans. Jamie Chapman, Indigenous All-Stars. Remus Smith, Speed Series for the Storm. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 6. Last packet in the 4th box. Jason Saab, Speed Series for Manly. Cody Ramsey, parallel for the Dragons. Women's NRL Knights Checklist. Let's see what Kid's got to say. NRL Elite Women's NRL for the Titans, Luke Brooks, parallel for the Tigers. Oh, okay. League sensation black, number 41. It's the second one for the break. Luke Brooks for the Tigers. Thomas Flegler, parallel for the Broncos. I'm going to go lucky last. Number 10, Ben. That way when I say lucky last, it is lucky last. Ruben Cotter, Indigenous All-Stars. Alright. Box number 5. Cameron Murray, parallel for the Rabbits. Braden Trindle, Indigenous All-Stars. Speed Series, Murray Talagi for the Cowboys. Blues Master Series. Jesse Ramian, parallel for the Sharks. Come on, you called the box and what BD it was. So don't tell me that it's out of box 7, Alex says. The Kotrick Speed Series for the Raiders. That still blows me away, DK. How you doing that? I know it was only a guess, but god damn. Azai Papali'i, Dally M for the Eels. Matt Duffy, parallel for the Bulldogs. Ali Bass, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Kalen Ponga, parallel for the Knights. Oh, so you're saying box is too easy. Right. Oh, I ain't gonna even bother. Yeah, Ben's already called Brendan Smith. Tiana Penitani, Women's NRL for the Eels. Number 2. God, trying to step it up now. Tigers parallel checklist. Trying to one up your DK. Call and play and number now. White League sensation. Samaima Taufa for the Eels. Number 13. Nico Hines, box 8. God, we're all making calls now. This is scary. Benny, if you get it right, I hope you got your Powerball on for tonight. DK clearly didn't put his right numbers in last week. Tilvet Welsh, Maori All-Stars. Brian To'o, parallel for Panthers. Xavier Coates, Speed Series for the Storm. I've said it 1,000 times, Ben, but since you brought it up, I think the women's in general are just an underrated comp at the moment. Watching their games, most of them play. Ah, there you go. All the Nikos have been pulled. Dragons, Tegan Berry, Yellow Diamond, number 40. Is that something you've been following, Harley, or just coincidence that you happen to see them all? Jaden Campbell, Speed Series for the Titans. I ask because I obviously understand with him being an ex-Storm player that you may still follow him. But if you've just happened to observe that, you've done better than me. Jocelyn Keller, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Jack Whiten, parallel for the Raiders. Alex Johnston, Speed Series for the Rabbits. Reece Welch, parallel for the Warriors. Oh. It's Bailey Gillis. Heard from a couple of shark lookers they're all out. Any news on Fox Booklet? Nothing that I can say has come through that Dad's been told about, but I read somewhere that probably won't be getting any Fox booklets back till after the World Cup. Cody Ramsey, Speed Series for the Dragons. I think for anyone to put a set of BDs of any team together is a major effort. I've seen a few done this season. Heard your name. That doesn't help me, drone guy, because I definitely didn't say that. Shannon Mato, Bailey. Is that Shannon Mato, Maori All Stars? Is that who I'm talking to now? Addo Carr. Oh, sweet. Post your link up for your trade day. Addo Carr, Indigenous All Stars. Unfortunately, we won't be able to make it to do anything there on the day, but yes, you are free to advertise it. I've been meaning to contact you. Valentine Holmes, parallel for the Cowboys. Ruby Mojo, Tavita Pangai Jr. for the Bulldogs, number 10. Maybe put the link in the chat, Bailey. Yeah. Storm would have to be one of the hardest to collect, I reckon, and Dragons. Jordan Ricky, parallel for the Broncos. And a lot of, yes, that's what I'm talking about, Bailey. And a lot of proper collectors, if they do get a BD for a different team, they try and hold it as to trade. Oh, no, it didn't. I thought you were asking me if that's what I meant. I can't see anything that's popped up. Might not work. If it doesn't work in the chat, dude, make sure you share it on the group. Anita No Asala, Women's NRL for the Knights. Cameron Munster, parallel for the Storm. So yeah, any Brisbane or Gold Coast or Sunshine Coast, if you're up that way and want to travel. Bailey Gillis has put a trade night together. You've got Platinum Grading and the local card shop will be there as well. He has some more information for you if you're interested. White Young Guns, a Fletcher Baker for the Roosters. Should have held my Hudson Hill for a Canberra team. Clint Gufferson, parallel for the Eels. Stream better now, as in compared to yesterday. Well, not yesterday, the day before, sorry. Dally M, Tommy Turbo for Manly. Not sure what happened on Tuesday, guys. It was a bit of a odd one. We were actually experiencing issues throughout the day. And because of that, we have now changed carriers, for better or for worse. We're with Telstra now. And that was more so because they offer 5G in our area. Trying to upgrade our stuff. And on that note, box number 5 done and dusted. Moving on to box number 6. Considering we got any new doggies cards on the website. We've been putting up some, well, I don't know where we're at. We've been doing a lot of scanning lately, but yeah, if there's something in particular you're looking for, make sure you put it on the wish list, and when it gets updated you'll get a notification. That's my best advice as far as that's concerned. Nathan Cleary, parallel for Panthers. That's regarding the Bulldogs cards. How many yellows are out so far today? At least 2, possibly 3. Nico Hines, Indigenous All-Stars. Adam Fanua Blake, parallel for the Warriors. Seen 2, yeah. I know there's at least 2. There could be a third one that we've snuck out. Jatoa Fafua, Speed Series for the Titans. If you've been watching long enough, my memory's shocking. I can't remember. I've got to double check. Yasmin Meeks, Women's NRL for the Roosters. I'll tell you if we hit a BD though. Bradman Best, parallel for the Knights. Brendan Smith, Dally M for the Storm. Elliot Whitehead, parallel for the Raiders. White Young Guns, Selwyn Cobbo for the Broncos. Tana Navidi, number 10, a yellow diamond mojo. 100 out of 100 of Canfield sick. As funny as I find that, I know you're well on your way. How many do you have so far? Fido Speed Series for the Cowboys. Tony Staggs parallel for the Broncos. I do know there is a few Titans supporters, so I'm not sure how they'd feel about giving up theirs if they got one. Corbin Baxter, Maori All-Stars. So, sorry guy. Yeah, right. Tommy Dearden parallel for Cowboys. Well, yeah, his only chance to be able to do it is to get them before they get one. But yeah. Brent Naden, Indigenous All-Stars. Yeah, I don't know. You got 15. That's still not too bad, mate. Like, Bailey Simonson, Speed Series for the Eels. Autumn Stevens, Women's NRL for the Knights. Aaron Clark, parallel for the Titans. Now, well, have you got one, Lee? Morgan Harper, Maori All-Stars. By the sounds of that, I'm assuming no. Tony Staggs, Speed Series for the Broncos. Dragons parallel checklist. So I know why Terry wasn't replying. He was on a plane. Sapphire Mojo, Chanel Harris Tavita, number 9. That's all I can see. Just got off a plane. So yeah. Did you get the message as well, Adam? Master Series for the Roosters. Eels parallel checklist. Look guys, just because you didn't get to trade teams doesn't mean you can't trade cards between you as well. As I said, if you see something that comes out that you need for your collection or whatever. Yeah, he sent me a text, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah. Number 4, nice low one. Blues Master Series signature. So we haven't managed to pull too many of them in the breaks. So what better break to pull one? Karen Aiken, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Daly Cherry Evans, parallel for Manly. Speed Series, Shaylee Bent for the Dragons. Yasmin Meeks, Speed Series for the Roosters. Victor Bradley, Parallel for the Roosters. Yeah, normally I actually haven't proved that yet, Adam, at all, but I'm pretty sure that's probably right. 35, Ruby Mojo, Roosters Checklist. At least majority of the cases. That's not saying there won't be exceptions to the rule. So we can still hold our fingers crossed. Matt Burton and Dally M for Panthers. Jerome Hughes, Parallel for the Storm. And last card, last packet for box number 6. Philomena Hennessy for the Eels. Right. Let's go. Box number 7. 75. Not trading, you're swapping, Adam. James Fisher-Harris, Dally M for Panthers. Sorry, Bailey. I've seen that as well and had the same thought in my head. Parallel, Zach Lomax for the Dragons. But I'm pretty sure he was trying to say the people in the break, if they attend the trade night, they can swap cards from this break. Was I think the intention of that comment. Blake Taft, Speed Series for the Rabbits. Tallulah Tillett, Women's NRL for the Knights. Sam Walker, Parallel for the Roosters. Don't worry, I'm laughing because I thought exactly the same thing when I read it. I just didn't want to be you know what? Tyrone Wishart, Young Guns for the Storm. Tavita Pengai Jr., Parallel for the Bulldogs. I'm getting eaten or something. Blake Brayley, a Parallel for the Sharks. Speed Series, Jamie Chapman for the Dragons. Don Walker, Maori All-Stars. Alex Johnston, Parallel for the Rabbits. Titans, Parallel Checklist. Millie Boyle, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Josh Curran, Indigenous All-Stars. Albert Kelly, Indigenous All-Stars. Alex Twal, parallel for the Tigers. Kamora Brayley Natty, Women's NRL for the Titans. Cowboys parallel checklist. Autumn Stevens, Women's NRL, Maori All-Stars, sorry, for the Knights. Just thinking, we're halfway through, what are we, box number 7. And no BD, no team league sensation. Adokar, Speed Series for the Bulldogs. So still a few big hits to come out of these last few boxes in the case. Payne Huss, Dally M for the Broncos. Jordan Rapana, parallel for the Raiders. Kangaroos Master Series. Amoli Olakaatu, parallel for Manly. Ruby Mojo, number 40. Liam Martin for the Panthers. Brendan McFadden. Women's NRL, Tegan Berry for the Dragons. Mitchell Moses, parallel for the Eels. Speed Series, Brian To'o for Panthers. Speed Series, Anari Tuala for the Knights. Karina Brown, Speed Series for the Titans. Jerome Luai, parallel for Panthers. 2 packets left in box number 7. White League Sensation. Number 24, Ruben Garrick for Manly. We got Hayden Murray. Sapphire Mojo. Number 8, Storm Checklist. Alright. Box number 8. Basically halfway now, guys. White Young Guns, Teague Wilton for the Sharks. Reid Marnie, parallel for the Eels. James Tedesco, Speed Series for the Roosters. Cody Nikorima, parallel for the Warriors. We've got a Ruby Mojo for Pangai Jr. That's pretty much the biggest doggies. Tyrell Sloan, Speed Series for the Dragons. Johnny Doggy's numbered hit, that's for sure. Cody Nikorima, Maori All-Stars. Liam Martin, parallel for the Panthers. David Nofaluma, parallel for the Tigers. Yellow Diamond, Yasmin Meeks for the Roosters. Number 16. Emma Tonigato, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Dally Alex Johnston for the Rabbits. Brent Naden, parallel for the Bulldogs. Speed Series, Romy Tietzel for the Knights. Dally Ronaldo Molitalo for the Sharks. Jacob Saifiti, parallel for the Knights. Indigenous All-Stars, Quincy Dodd. Speed Series, Shanae Siasolka for the Broncos. Herbie Farnworth, parallel for the Broncos. Black Young Gun, number 88, Sam Walker for the Roosters. Women's NRL Eels Checklist. Ruby Mojo, number 6, Josh Papali for the Raiders, Gareth Lawson. Selwyn Cobbo, Indigenous All-Stars. Amafito, parallel for the Cowboys. Tiana Penatani, Speed Series for the Eels. Greg Marceau, Speed Series for the Titans. Women's NRL, Destiny Brill for the Titans. Raiders parallel checklist. Cody Walker, parallel for the Rabbits. Women's NRL, Hannah Southwell for the Roosters. Harry Grant, parallel for Storm. John Rapiner, Maori All-Stars. Alright, last pack for box number 8. Blues Master Series and Nico Hines, parallel for the Sharks. Well, let's quickly clean this up. Alright, box number 9. Alright, let's go. James Fisher-Harris, parallel for Panthers. Black Young Gun, Tegan Berry for the Dragons. Number 88. Ruby Mojo, Kenny Bromwich for the Storm, number 28. Albert Kelly, Indigenous All-Stars. What am I doing? Storm Parallel Checklist. Hannah, if you are watching at all, yes, the hits will be posted up on the Facebook page like they have been. Speed Series, Willa Kennedy for the Sharks. Women's NRL, Crystal Rota for the Knights. Eliza Katoa, parallel for the Warriors. White Young Gun, Jeremiah Nanai for the Cowboys. Josh Curran, Indigenous All-Stars. Zai Papali'i, parallel for the Eels. Yellow Diamond. Autumn Stevens for the Knights. Number 9. Number 9. Speed Series, Oliver Gildart for the Tigers. Jake Clifford, parallel for the Knights. Don Walker, Maori All-Stars. Still put us halfway through box number 9. Patrick Carrigan, parallel for the Broncos. Speed Series, Bobby Law for the Knights. Women's NRL Titans Checklist. Big Tino, parallel for the Titans. Autumn Stevens, Maori All-Stars. Roosters Master Series. Tommy Turbo, Speed Series for Manly. Jack Bird, parallel for the Dragons. Sapphire Mojo. Number 10, Nico Hines for the Sharks. Adam Flint. Jess Surgis, Speed Series for the Roosters. Josh Papali'i, parallel for the Raiders. Dally M, Cody Walker for the Rabbits. Jason Saab, parallel for Manly. Keely Davis, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Waka Blake, Speed Series for the Eels. Daniel Tupou, parallel for the Roosters. Brian Totter, Dally M for the Panthers. Alright, last packet for box number 9. Harley Brigginshaw, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Kyle Felt, parallel for the Cowboys. Which means I get to say it and mean it and know it's true. What you're asking about is he carrying on about? Lucky last box out of the case. And we haven't had a BD or a team league sensation. So, definitely will be the lucky last box out of the case. And should be big. Let's go. And just so you know, I like to say lucky last for no other reason, but it sounds good, especially when you hit something big. Rory Teetle, a Speed Series for the Knights, and Sean Johnson, parallel for the Warriors. White Young Guns, Chris Patalo for the Bulldogs. Keon Kolomatangi, parallel for the Rabbits. Payne Haas, Dalian for the Broncos. Yasmin Meeks, Speed Series for the Roosters. Isaiah Yeo, parallel for the Panthers. Jazz Tavega, Maori All-Stars. Hey, number 1, right. Team League sensation for the Broncos, Ali Brigginshaw. Alex Morris, congratulations, number 1. Nice hit. How are we going? Have all teams now? That was Broncos second. I think all teams bar Panthers and Cowboys so far have 2 hits. Bulldogs, Raiders. So there's a few teams still with 1 hit. Obviously, we still have the 4 priority boxes, which we're almost up to. Women's NRL Dragons Checklist. Knights Parallel Checklist. Women's NRL Lauren Brown for the Broncos. Jackson Hastings, parallel for the Tigers. Dally M, James Fisher Harris for the Panthers. Jataya Fafua, Speed Series for the Titans. Paul Vaughan, parallel for the Bulldogs. You know what? I just remembered. I called box 10 for the BD. Dale Finucane, Ruby Mojo for the Sharks, number 30. Speed Series, Tyrell Sloan for the Dragons. I'm going to call it Gutherson, I reckon. Can't say I've seen many Guthos. Could be completely wrong. Payne Haas, parallel for the Broncos. For all I know, all the Guthos are out. For all I can remember, I could have pulled half of them. Jason Tormalolo, parallel for the Cowboys. Speed Series, Bailey Simonson for the Eels. Tasman Gray, Women's NRL for the Titans. Felice Kafusi, parallel for the Storm. Jamie Chapman, Indigenous All-Stars. Kevin Proctor, Maori All Stars. God, guys, getting down to 5 packets. Tony Staggs, Speed Series for the Broncos. Chance Nico Clockstad, parallel for the Raiders. There he is. Which team is hitting big time? Well, number 3. BD. James Tamo for the Tigers. Matthew Madden. Alright, 3 more packets. What are we going to do next? We flick over and maybe do some traders. Bobby Law, Women's NRL for the Knights. Sean Lane, parallel for the Eels. When we work our way backwards, we'll do the 22 Elite, 22 traders. Master Series for the Roosters. Well, yes and no. He's still got to trade it to make it worth it because he's not a Tigers supporter. Ruben Cotter, Indigenous All-Stars. Cameron McInnes, a parallel for the Sharks. Alright, so yes, I think I'm going to do the 22 Elite Priority next. We'll do the 22 traders and work our way down to 21 traders last. Alright, so let's go. And no offense, that's more so for my ease of sorting once we're finished. I keep the 22 Elite all together. Arshing my buzz. Sorry. Alright, we've got... There you go. Keezy Apps, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Angus Crichton, parallel for the Roosters. Elliot Whitehead, a Ruby Mojo for the Raiders, number 39. William Kennedy, parallel for the Sharks. Selwyn Cobbo, Indigenous All-Stars. Our first Dally M. Number 22, Nathan Cleary. Let's go, Teddy, let's go. Still calling it. Cody Ramsey, Speed Series for the Dragons. Latrell Mitchell, parallel for the Rabbits. Maybe you can feel it in the 21 Elite. Georgia Hale, Women's NRL for the Titans. Our Young Gun Priority number 14. Fletcher Baker for the Roosters. We've got the blue SIG. Other than that, there hasn't been. We've had our usual case hits basically. AJ Brimson parallel for the Titans. We didn't get the booklet because we got that obviously. Oh, we got another patch though. Number 30. There we go again. Hayden Murray. Dylan Walker. No tingle today, sadly. Can't play with a second patch for the break. Speed Series, Xavier Coates for the Storm. Cody Ramsey, parallel for the Dragons. Jaden Campbell, Speed Series for the Titans. Cody Nikorima, Maori All-Stars. Manly Parallel Checklist. Women's NRL Roosters Checklist. Eels Parallel Checklist. Checklist. Jordan Rapana, Maori All-Stars. Speed Series, Alex Johnston for the Rabbitohs. Nathan Cleary, parallel for the Panthers. Dally M Priority, number 9, Sam Walker for the Roosters. DK not doing too bad with the Roosters at all. Emerald, ooh, it's a nice one. For the Knights, number 7, Kalen Ponga. For Kalen Grucio. Kangaroos Master Series. Quincy Dodd, Indigenous All-Stars. Tana Navidi, Women's NRL for the Eels. Luke Brooks, parallel for the Tigers. Nick Kotrick, a Speed Series for the Raiders. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for the Storm. Murray Talagi, a Speed Series for the Cowboys. Addo parallel for the Bulldogs. 2 packets left for our 22 Elite Priority Box. Black League Sensation, number 20, Caitlin Johnston for the Knights. Ponga's new jersey number, you reckon? And to finish off the 22 Elite Priority, Chanel Harris-Tavita, parallel for the Warriors. Alright. So let me just tidy these up. I'm going to dump these over there in that box. And I'll fix them up afterwards. Alright, so 22 traders I said we would do next. Let's go. A few more packets in the traders. We'll move that off to the side. They will get randomised as one lot. And we will chuck that down there. Out of the way. Alright. Let's wonder if we can find any Legends 6. Oh. Rising Stars, Edward Cossey for the Warriors. Kevin Proctor, parallel for the Titans. Yeah, right. Well, I'm not even going to tell you which one it is. Luke Thompson, parallel for the Bulldogs. All the big hits are coming out. Season to remember, Jared Croker for the Raiders. So I will show you what that card is once we finish this box. Josh Papali, parallel for the Raiders. Rising Stars, Jason Saab for Manly. Stefano Utikamanu, parallel for the Tigers. Rising Stars, Jake Simpkin for the Tigers. Warriors parallel checklist. High performance for the Warriors. Who are we? Wade Egan. James Tedesco. There's your Teddy. He's been waiting for Teddy. It's just not the one he wanted. But he knew he was getting the Teddy. He could feel it. Alright, now I'm slightly confused. Club Heroes for Luke Metcalf for the Sharks. Mitchell Moses, parallel for the Eels. It's been a while since I've opened 22 Priority. I can't remember what the hits are. I thought it was Club Heroes. I'm pretty sure it's 21 Traders. Power Heroes, Nick Kotrick for the Bulldogs. Ryan To'o, parallel for the Panthers. That's enough. Thomas Flagler, parallel for the Broncos. Master Apprentice Black. It's one of them. Rising Stars, Toby Sexton for the Titans. Sione Katoa, parallel for the Sharks. Rising Stars, Taylor May for the Panthers. Dragons, parallel checklist. What is the other one? Master Apprentice and High Performance Group, I think. Season to remember, Reid Marnie for the Eels. Luciano Leilua, parallel for the Tigers. Rising Stars, Dino Remia for the Storm. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. High Performance, Damien Cook for the Rabbits. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Dragons. Season to remember, Ryan Pappenhausen for the Storm. Reece Robson, parallel for the Cowboys. Cowboys parallel checklist. Our first 22 Traders Priority hit, number 41, Ben Trim, Team High Performance for the Eels. Mitchell Pearce, parallel for the Knights. Rising Stars, Teague Wilton for the Sharks. Kenny Bromwich, parallel for the Storm. We're almost halfway through 22 Traders Priority Box. Season to remember, Zach Lomax for the Dragons. Jason Saab, parallel for Manly. Hammer Fido, parallel for the Cowboys. Kalen Ponga, parallel for the Knights. Latrell Mitchell, parallel for the Rabbits. High Performance, Jaden Brayley for the Knights. Nick Kotrick, parallel for the Bulldogs. Master and Apprentice. For the Panthers, Isaac Tago. Jordan Rapana, parallel for the Raiders. Rising Stars, TC Rabuddy for the Broncos. Jays Tavega, parallel for the Warriors. Rising Stars, Joseph Sawali for the Roosters. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for the Storm. High Performance, David Nofaluma for the Tigers. Josh Schuster, parallel for Manly. Season to remember, Brett Morris for the Roosters. Roosters parallel checklist. Getting towards the end. What do we got? Our 8th last packet. No, that was just the standard one. So we still have the Master and Apprentice Black to find. Right, we're making a mess, so let's tidy up. Before we make a complete mess. Isaiah Yo, parallel for the Panthers. Rising Stars, Aaron Shoop for the Bulldogs. Herbie Farmworth, parallel for the Broncos. Power Heroes, Katoni Staggs for the Broncos. Corey Thompson, parallel for the Titans. Master and Apprentice, Hannah Fido for the Cowboys. Jesse Ramian, parallel for the Sharks. Maybe I get to say lucky last again, ZK. We will see. We're almost there. Rising Stars, Helam Lukey for the Cowboys. Alex Twal, parallel for the Tigers. Season to remember, Adam Reynolds for the Rabbitohs. Reid Marnie, a parallel for the Eels. Oh, not quite last. Number 13, Jake Arthur for the Eels. That's our priority Master and Apprentice. Ben Trim with the Eels. Ben Hunt, parallel for the Dragons. And last packet for 22 Traders. Rising Stars, Davi Mole for the Rabbits. And Cameron Murray, parallel for the Rabbits. And I do have a last but not least. Our last but not least hit from the 22 Traders. Number 39. And probably the more popular out of the two. Mal Meninga, Legends signature. They will randomise that one as well between all 16. So there's 2 big randomisations before the end of the break, guys. Alright, let's keep going backwards through the series. So 21 Elite Priority Box. And Club Heroes. And... no, that's Traders. Oh, too many different things. What are we? Pretty sure Young Guns white or black with priority. White, I don't know. We will find them. Yeah, Young Guns white and was it Enforcers? Enforcers and Young Gun whites for 21 Elite. Priority cards. I don't know, we'll find out. Let's go. No, now the Legends have always been randomised in our breaks, that's what I said. We'll follow the rules that we've done in all our breaks, so for 21 Elite, if I have any issues, I'll go and see what we did in those breaks and do the same. Because, my bad, I didn't specify in this break. Number 8, first packet, first priority hit for 21 Elite, Zach Lomax, White Young Guns. Captain, what are you doing, Captain Kid? Captain what? Corey Allen, a parallel for the Bulldogs. Boyd in the Dragons Master Series. David Fusitua, parallel for Warriors. Oh, okay. There you go. Yes, yes it is. Thank you. And there it is. Number 27. Mr. Croker and Hodgson, captains for the Raiders. Enforcers, Joey Tapine for the Raiders. Talia Filimono. No, I don't know. She'll go to the side. Eels parallel checklist. Oh. Ruby Mojo. Quite like last year's. Number 20. Kevin Proctor for the Titans. Cameron Munster, parallel for the Storm. Oh, nice. League Sensation Black, number 36. Peter Hiku for the Warriors. Elliot Whitehead, parallel for the Raiders. Excuse me. In Forces, David Clemmer for the Knights. Patrick Herbert, Maori All Stars. Emerald, nice. Number 4, Love a kick out for the Panthers. Roosters parallel checklist. Blake Laurie enforces for the Dragons. Quincy Dodd, Indigenous All-Stars. Chad Townsend, parallel for the Sharks. Well, we're over halfway in our second last box, guys. Oh, we're definitely on the home stretch. Dally M, Ali Brigginshaw for the Broncos. Jake Granville, parallel for the Cowboys. David Fafita, parallel for the Titans. Enforcers, Regan Campbell Gillard for the Eels. Adam Dewey, parallel for the Tigers. James Fisher-Harris, Maori All-Stars. Enforcers, Lindsay Collins for the Roosters. James Fisher-Harris, parallel for the Panthers. 3 packets left. Can we score anything big to finish off with in the Elite? Roger Tuivasa Sheck and Dally M for the Warriors. Benji Marshall, parallel for the Rabbits. Enforcers, Nelson Asafa Solomona for the Storm. And last but not least, well, as I say, we always hope it's not least. We always hope we can improve that one more time. Oh, there we go. And we did. Because I forgot that we get a double. We get 3 priority hits. Number 27. White Young Guns for the Rabbitohs, Jackson Paulo. Terry Lynch. Alright, so that brings us to our last box. 21 Traders Priority. Can we be lucky enough to find another legend signature? Come on, Laurie Daly. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh. Mikhail Ravalawa, parallel for the Dragons. Dylan Napa, parallel for Bulldogs. Rising Stars, Pawasa Farmasoli for the Roosters. Reed Marnie, parallel for the Eels. Sean Bloor, Rising Stars for the Tigers. Tommy Dearden, parallel for the Broncos. White Streeter, Renato Mulatalo for the Sharks. Upside Coruscant, parallel for Panthers. Joey Tapine, parallel for the Raiders. Season to remember, Renato Mulatalo for the Sharks. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for the Knights. Season to remember, Tommy Turbo for Manly. Joseph Leilua, parallel for the Tigers. Anari Tawala. Season to remember for the Knights. Warriors parallel checklist. Rising Stars, Max Figai for the Dragons. Will Hopwade, parallel for the Bulldogs. Rising Stars, Isaac Loomy Loom for the Storm. Luke Keary, parallel for the Roosters. Rising Stars, Dylan Brown for the Eels. Corey Oates, parallel for the Broncos. Thomas Flegler, parallel for the Broncos. Almost halfway through the box and no priority hits yet. Dane Gagai, a parallel for the Rabbits. Wildcard, Zach Lomax for the Dragons. Jack Whiten, parallel for the Raiders. Rising Stars, Xavier Coates for the Broncos. Cameron McInnes, parallel for the Dragons. Wildcard, James Tedesco for the Roosters. Josh Hodgson, parallel for the Raiders. Season to remember, Ashley Taylor for the Titans. Jaden Sewer, parallel for the Rabbits. Jermaine Tanua Brown, Rising Stars for the Warriors. Sean Johnson, parallel for the Sharks. Still no priority hit in the box, so should be a good second half. Let's go. Rising Stars, Tremaine Spry for the Titans. Storm, parallel checklist. White Streeter, Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbitohs. Mawaki Fodawaika, parallel for the Titans. First priority, yeah. Oh, nice. I think there's going to be a couple of jealous people. Number 5. Club Heroes for the Storm, Cam Smith. Regan Campbell Gillard, parallel for the Eels. Ben, I will tell you, that is probably one of the bigger priority hits as far as the Club Heroes go. Cam Smith, season to remember for the Storm. Scott Drinkwater, parallel for the Cowboys. Mitchell Dunn, Rising Stars for the Cowboys. Liam Martin, parallel for the Panthers. Rising Stars, Bradman Best for the Knights. Tavita Funa, parallel for Manly. I think most of the bigger Storm collectors have one of them already, but I do remember when they come out, he was red hot. Season to remember, Jake Avarillo. No, I'll agree with that, Harley. Yeah, that's a very nice addition. Tommy Talor, parallel for the Tigers. I'm pretty sure Ben would have one. Who else we got any? I thought we had another Storm supporter. Knights parallel checklist. Oh, Luke Hotteshaw was thinking, but he's not any. I thought he was. Adam Elliott, parallel for the Bulldogs. Sucked in. Star Tunes, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. Sorry, I just seen the news story pop up for the guy trying to sell the data of the Optus breach. Ken Momalo, parallel for Warriors. Hey, team priority wildcard number 9. Maybe this is the one. He's on it. we had Cordner, Keary, and Tedesco. Cameron Munster, parallel for the Storm. Roosters end up paying off DK. Luck of the draw again. Rising Stars, Caleb Akins for the Panthers. Tohu Harris, parallel for the Warriors. Don't forget, guys, we do have a couple of randomisations to do to finish off the break. Sione Katoa, parallel for the Sharks. Black Street Art, a Suicide Takahau for the Roosters. Roosters parallel checklist. Roosters, Roosters, Roosters. Wildcard, Adam Elliott for the Bulldogs. Tanner Boyd, parallel for the Titans. 3 packets left. Here we go, here we go. Rising Stars, Bailey Sirinen for the Rabbitohs. Jason Taumalolo, parallel for the Cowboys. So all up so far. If we don't open anything new in these last 2 packets, we have 3 randomisations to do. Luke Brooks, a wild card for the Tigers. Tarek Sims, parallel for the Dragons. And that consists of the Lonely Boyd Master Series card. Oh, nice. Last but not least packet, and I didn't even call it. Disappointing. Number 57. Anthony Dons, top try for the Titans. Alright. Tommy Turbo, parallel for Manly to finish us off in the break. Well, as that brings us to the end, guys, except for the last couple of randomisations, I'd like to thank everyone that has tuned in, especially those that were just spectating and weren't in the break. And I'd like to thank everyone overall for all the support we get. We've had some great feedback recently, so that's a good thing for us. We love hearing it. So, alright, let's get flick straight over. Before I do, we will start with the Fittler Master Series cards because we did the 22 Elite first. Then we did the 22 Traders, so we'll do the Meninga second and the Lonely Boyd card third. Don't forget, the Blues signature is number 4. Our Legends Mount Meninga is number 39. And that's all. Alright. How are we going to do this? Yep. I'm going to go Control A, Control C. 3 times for the Fittler. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Terry Lynch with the Rabbits. Taking home the Blues Fittler Sig. He definitely won't be complaining that he missed out on the trade. Alright. Second up, let me reset. Oh, that's a whole new thing. So second up is the Mau Meninga, number 39, number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3, Gareth Lawson with the Raiders. There you go. Went to the Raiders anyway. And lucky last. As I said, it is only for the Lonely Boyd card, but they have been our break rules, so that's what we're doing. Number 2 and lucky last, number 3, Ben Trim with the Eels. Alright guys, thank you for joining us. That's it. That's all. Hope you had a ball, and we hope to